luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, and 100% reason to remember the name.
For Valerie, with a bit of space to line one up and score an absolute cracker. Southampton are digging in the relegation scrap and have.
Hey guys, it's me, Roosterwell here, and welcome back to episode number 13 of the Southampton Uprising Career Mode here on FIFA 19. Like I said before, as you can see, we're going to head into our first of 5 games in this episode. And yes, this is my first time recording since coming back from my Hungary trip, which was very fun. I went with my friends, it was my senior trip, so it was a very fun trip. Nonetheless, forget about the trip, we're going to get into our first of 5 games in this episode, which is going to be against Birmingham City away from home. So another one, including this game now, we've played 3 of the newly promoted teams who've gone up, which were Middlesbrough, West Bromwich Albion, and Birmingham City. So here we go, our first game of 5 in this episode comes against Birmingham City in the St. Andrews. Obviously, the St. Andrews in this game is St. Andrews isn't in this game in comparison to Middlesbrough and West Bromwich's stadium when they were implemented in the previous FIFA copies. But regardless of that, we come here in St. Andrews Stadium to face Birmingham City, a team who actually in this game are not doing that badly. They are kind of struggling, but they're still up there in terms of, fighting from getting relegated. In this point of the career mode, we're around November, October time, so the league is starting to shape itself out, and that's what we're seeing. And Birmingham City is an example of that, as they are staying on top of things, not really being threatened in the relegation zone. As you could see, Birmingham City's side there, obviously Charlie Austin, we sold him last season, and in a direct swap deal with Che Adams, who is starting in this game. So it's going to be an interesting matchup between the two as we get the first out of the game. We win the ball back, 10 minutes and 30 seconds in the match. We find Diogo Jota. Diogo Jota finds it out wide to Che Adams, the former Birmingham City man, turns in and out to find Mason Mount. Mason Mount turns back inside to find Diogo Jota. And I'm going to say something right now. Diogo Jota, we signed him for £14 million plus a swap deal. I forgot who it was. I think it was Buffal going the other way. But Diogo Jota has been an absolutely sensational signing since signing for us. Scoring a lot of goals and being an overall pain in the butt for defenders this season. As you can see, he scored the first goal of the game. But Birmingham City, 16 minutes in, get their equalizer. So I said from the beginning it was never going to be an easy game. And Mrabati, I don't know how you pronounce that, but Mrabati gets himself a goal to make it 1-1 here in the St. Andrews. So is there going to be a disappointment on the cards? You're about to find out. Well, 32nd minute in, we win the ball from the free kick that was given to Birmingham City. Che Adams turning the players in and out. Look at this, sensational, but Che Adams still holds on the ball. Tom Kearney finds it out wide, and into the box is Mason Mount. And in the last episode, Mason Mount had an absolutely terrific episode, scoring an absolute banger against West Bromwich Albion. And that's why we named it the Mason Mount Show. And he resumes with his actions here in this game as he gets himself a goal to make it 2-1 and give ourselves back the lead. And Valerie, we gave him an opportunity to start in this game, whipped the ball in. Diogo Jota was actually the one who whipped the ball in. It was actually Valerie who passed to Diogo Jota. And Matt Target, our left back, gets his first goal of the season. And a great towering header from him to make it 3-1. We have another chance. The ball finds itself with Tom Kearney. Tom Kearney loves these positions, but this time couldn't find the ball in the back of the net. As we made it, as it's still 3-1 in the 63rd minute, as we have another chance. The ball whipped in. Che Adams is in there! The attack wasn't over, and Che Adams makes it 4-1, scores against his former side. As you can see, does not celebrate. And Che Adams in the last episode scored a bunch of goals to help us achieve our goals, and he adds another one in this game as Birmingham City do hit the post in the 83rd minute. But it was just not meant to be for them in this game as we come home with the 3 points. 4-1 the final score, as you can see here, is going to be the final score. 4-1 as a great overall display from us to get our first 3 points of the game and of the episode. Can we repeat this performance in the next game? Well, the next game we have West Ham in the Carabao Cup second round. As you can see, we submit with our second team. West Ham go a 1-0 lead with Felipe Anderson in the 17th minute. And the away team look to hold on and potentially get their victory to go through in the Carabao Cup. Can they do? Yes, they do. So disappointing from us, but we were never looking at that competition as a serious competition. Obviously, I want to focus on the competitions only when we get far in them. I don't really mind. At this point in time, I care about the Premier League. The FA Cup might be a different story this season, but the Carabao Cup is definitely not. As you can see, we face West Ham again in the league this time at home as we make a couple changes in the lineup. Kearney is obviously put in there again. Still, taking his opportunities of managing to take Redmond out of the first team fray. Due to his sensational performances since coming into the team this season. As you can see, our second of 5 games in this episode is against West Ham United, as we look to get another victory, as we sit in 9th currently, and if we get another victory, we can potentially propel ourselves up that table as we meant to do. In the beginning of the season, obviously, things did look a bit meek for us. We did not look to be the team that we wanted to be this season, with a couple of defeats and a couple of draws, but we definitely bounced ourselves back since the beginning of the second season. As you can see, we're currently sitting in 9th with the opportunity to head up the table. As you can see, this is our lineup, the same lineup that lined up against Birmingham City. I think besides the fact that our right back is actually Mason Holgate and not Jan Valery. West Ham with a very threatening lineup, as you can see there. Felipe Anderson probably going to be the biggest threat, as well as Arnautovic. The two caused a big problem when we faced them last year in the Premier League. And obviously Felipe Anderson scored in the Carabao Cup. Regardless of that, minute and 44 seconds in, Che Adams with a chance, and he couldn't get another goal to his name. Unlucky there from Che Adams. This is the 15th minute. Yarmolenko, the Ukrainian, goes down the line, surges in, finds to Arnautovic, and the Austrian, who's so dangerous, hits the post just like 7 yards out and denies West Ham to get a goal in front. 27 minutes in, we have a chance. Che Adams runs through on goal. He's on his left foot, and he chucks it in. It took a massive deflection off, I think, Fabian Balbuena's chest, but Che Adams won't care as he adds to his tally even more. A great goal contribution in the last couple of games from Che Adams. I don't really remember the statistic due to the fact that I went on a week-long break. We're about to see it in the next couple of games. They do mention it. Che Adams has an insane goal per game ratio currently, as he gets another one to his name as 29 minutes, and we have another chance. We win the ball off exactly from kickoff, and Che Adams, when he's through on goal, there's no stopping him, and you can see him there, the bulldozer, bulldozing his way through, and he does all the work by himself from the halfway line. You can see what it means and runs to the fans as he does all the work by himself, bulldozing through, does a little feint inside, and finds the back of the net past Fabianski as we make it 2-0 in this first half. We have probably one more chance in the game. Højbjerg finds it back here to Che Adams. Che Adams on the swivel, on the turn, and what a finish by Che Adams. He's on absolute fire, ladies and gentlemen. There's no stopping Che Adams in this game. He's on absolute fire. That's a finish you probably see from the world's best strikers, probably like Harry Kane or even Alan Shearer historically, just on the turn. He finds that top corner. There's just no stopping him currently. And Che Adams, look at that for a strike. When is the England call-up coming? It's just unbelievable, his performances currently. There's no stopping the young striker. And the number 10 gets another one in this game. 72nd minutes, we win the ball off again. It's Diego Jota. This time we scored in the Birmingham game. Cutting inside, cutting out, and it's Che Adams who's sieging forward. Finds it into Mason Mount. Mason Mount, the man of the moment, finds it inside the box. And just the shot just wide off the crossbar. As in the 90th minute, there's one more chance of the game, probably. Can we get another one? Jared Bowen coming in, finding it inside Che Adams, into Mason Mount, and the ball finds itself back to Tom Kearney with a brilliant cutback, and Kearney into Che Adams as the hat-trick is complete. 4-0 the scoreline here against West Ham, and what 2 games we've had in this episode, 4-1 and 4-0, and Che Adams playing a massive role in both of those games, and the hat-trick completed by Che Adams. Look at this for a side finish into the back of the net. We've seen him do it multiple times this season, where he gets the ball from the winger to the face of goal and finishes it with composure. As you can see him picking up the match ball. As a brilliant game from us personally, 4-0, and a great game from Che Adams as he continues to show why he's one of the best strikers in England and in the world at the moment. This is not being biased, it's just the truth. As he, even currently in the Premier League standings, he sits first as we play against Watford.
Well, you recognise him, I know, but he's definitely on view today. The top scorer in the league, and it's live.
So as I was saying, as we are going to play against Watford for our third of 5 games in this episode, Watford, ever since we played them last season, the 2 games we played last season, there have been such difficult games. This game, personally coming into it, I couldn't be more happier due to the form that we find ourselves in. Coming into this game, with players like Che Adams being on fire, Mason Mount, etc., etc. Diogo Jota, another example. So I couldn't be happier coming into this game with the form that we are in, playing Watford away from home. The question is, can we get another 3 points to propel us further up that table? You're about to find out. Watford's lineup here. They have backmen, they have Femenia, Boban, Segura, Supi, and Sema. Sema obviously being a very dangerous man in the last season when we played against them. They have Suarez and Sergi Enrich up top. We play with the exact same team, but Ward-Prowse coming in for Lamina due to the fact that he got injured in the last game, as in the first highlight of this game. What a turn by Nathaniel Chalobah as he finds the space, but a strong left hand by our keeper Angus Gunn denies them from getting a goal. The pressure is piled on us here early on in this game as they get another chance. Watford just whipping the balls in. You can just see the pressure that they're putting us on right now. Just passing around, and another save by Angus Gunn denying them in the 23rd minute. So you just see that you can just see the insane tempo that this game is being played at, as we have a chance ourselves from Ward-Prowse. The tempo, the intensity that these both teams currently find themselves in this game. Back and forth we go in this match as we have another chance. 46th minute in. It's Diogo Jota hits the post, and then we have another chance by Tom Kearney, who finds the space. Another chance and denied by Backman. So back and forth this game is currently going. And what a game we find ourselves in. 68 minutes in. Brilliant skills by Jota to just find the space. Looking to just whip the ball in. Finds it into Mason Holgate. And the former Evertonian man finds it in the box. The ball finds itself perfectly into the feet of who? You know it, Che Adams. The Che Adams show. We've got the Mason Mount show. We've got the Ward-Prowse show. And now we're having the Che Adams show. Che Adams. Is he the next Matt Tissier for Southampton? You're going to have to wait and see. But a wonderful left foot volley just sets up nicely for him. And he just does the Wayne Rooney celebration. And like Wayne Rooney, what a clinical striker he is. Che Adams, what a player. However, in the 86th minute, the ball is whipped in by Watford. And like I said, Watford's not an easy team, and they score in another corner. They scored against us from a corner. I think it was, again, Kike in the last game we played against them here in Watford. So they are very threatening in corners. That's what we're going to have to keep in mind next time we play against Watford in the alternative leg. What a goal by Watford, as that will sadly make it 1-1. So unluckily there, we couldn't get the 3 points, but we're going to head into our 4th of 5 in this episode.
Our main feature today on EA TV, 2 great clubs. It's coming up for you live.
As you can see, yes, our 4th and of 5 in this episode is going to be against Bournemouth away at home. As again, like the Watford games, Bournemouth have never been an easy opponent for us, and last year it showed. As we didn't get any 3 points against Bournemouth, we lost one and we drew them once. Can we do anything different here? As we have our South Coast derby on show right now in our 4th of 5 in this episode. Obviously, Guido Carrillo signed for Bournemouth in the summer transfer window. We sold him to Bournemouth as he's going to make his appearance against us in this game. We line up with the exact same formation, exact same team, but besides Lamina coming in from his injury from the game against Watford, as Bournemouth line up with Ulreich like last year and Babu Nake, so the Afro duos, Hattenbauer on the wings, and I think it was Joshua King up top. Regardless of that, 8 minutes and 35 seconds in this game, we have our first chance of the game. Mason Mount finds itself into Che Adams. Fortunately, the ball finds itself to Che Adams, and he gets another goal. How clinical is this man? He's just like Alan Shearer, just like Matt Tissier, just like every striker you could possibly think of, who's one of the best in the world in terms of their clinical finishing. He did that exact same almost replica goal against West Ham, finding that top corner. And what a clinical striker he is. Che Adams with another for the season, as he's just impressing over and over again. We have another chance in the 33rd minute as we win another free kick with the header. The ball finds itself to Che Adams into Mason Mount as he turns, finds it back into Højbjerg, into Lamina running down. The Gabon international finds the space. Lamina, a lucky deflection, finds itself into Che Adams as he creates a little shimmy in the space and makes it 2. I didn't mean to do the respect celebration this time, but you could think of it as Che Adams showing mercy to the Bournemouth team. Look, it just shimmies one way, shimmies the other way, and just finds the top corner, finessing it into that bottom corner with class. No way Ulreich gets there, and Che Adams has just been sensational this season, building off what he built on last year. And as you can see, halftime, he is the man featured as the second half is about to commence, and it does. Bournemouth with the first chance of the game. No, we win it back. 46 minutes in. We're looking to be clinical. We're looking to be ruthless. Mason Mount, the number 12, finds it again in the space on this side. It finds it into Che Adams for his hat trick. And I was about to say, what an absolute legend he is. But he just found himself offside just by a bit, and I don't think it was offside if I remember correctly. No, it was. Actually, no, if you look at the far side, the defender's leg from that position looks like it's equal to his arm. So unluckily denied the goal there, as that was it for this game. And what a result that was for us, as we get another 3 points in this episode against Bournemouth nonetheless. As we look to propel ourselves up the table. No losses in this game. Can it come again against Newcastle United? You're about to find out. We're about to head into our fifth and final game of this episode. We're about to see we get a scout report. Not the best players in that scout report. I think the final game against Newcastle away from home. We're about to see that very shortly. We're about to see what the commentators are going to mention. The absolute terrific form that Che Adams has found himself in this game. I think it was 7 goals in 4 matches or something. We're about to see this. I hope you guys enjoyed this fifth and final game of this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode so far, as we're about to head into our fifth and final game. I'm going to stop rambling on. We're about to see this insane statistic from Che Adams. Here we go.
We're looking at a potential star for Southampton in this match. No doubt about that.
There's a lot of quick players about, but it's not always easy to use that speed, but this boy has mastered that to a T.
Yeah, so you see there, 7 goals in 3 matches for Che Adams. If that isn't a sensational statistic, I do not know what is. This man has scored 7 in 3. That's almost 2 that's actually even more. It's like 2.1 goals a game, or even a bit more. More than 2 goals a game for Che Adams in the last 3 games. And that's sensational to see. Our striker has been in that type of form, as we are about to head into our 5th and final game of this episode. I've said that over 5 times. How ironic, as Origi is going to kick it off for Newcastle United. As the first chance of the game falls to us 6 minutes in. Højbjerg finds it into Lamina after a sensational piece of skill. Back into Højbjerg, back into Che Adams, the man in form at the moment. Finds it to Mason Mount. Look who's there in space. Che Adams! And he gets another one. Che Adams, bow down. Actually, take a bow, sorry. Not bow down, take a bow. A sensational goal there by Che Adams, and he gets another one. You know what that goal reminded me of? It reminded me of that goal Eden Hazard scored in the Europa League finals against Arsenal, just coolly slotting it with almost a P-roller into the back of the net. No chance for Dubravka. As in the 89th minute, we have another chance. Nothing happened in the game but this chance. Ball finds up to Lamina. It's the post, and who's there? It's Che Adams, the absolute legend that man is at the moment. Che Adams with another goal. He's got himself 9 in 4. It's still over 2 goals a game as he gets himself 2 goals in this game to give us a 3 points. And what a performance by Che Adams. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. A sensational episode, a sensational turnaround as we get only 1 draw and 5 in this episode. So a sensational performance by us in this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Next episode we play 5 more games as we're very close to the January transfer window. But regardless of that, I hope you guys enjoyed this game, and I'll see you all later. Please leave a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, and peace out.